Welcome to the Equilibrium Method. This isn't a video about fixing yourself today or optimizing your life or even pushing for constant improvement. The purpose of these short episodes is to explore how humans across history learned to stay regulated, coherent and present. I suppose essentially what I'm saying here is all the things that we don't do day to day anymore because we're so detached. And we certainly don't challenge those times, especially under times of pressure or change. So each week, daily, whatever it may be, try to keep this as regular as possible. I will share a story or a principle. I'm not trying to convert you. I'm not trying to get you to believe in something else. But it's done as a way of orientating potentially your higher consciousness, your nervous system. Food for thought. And you don't need to do anything while you listen. Just notice what sells. So let's begin, okay? Today, I want to talk to you about something that shows up again and again in healing work. Doesn't matter whether you call it therapy, somatic work, energy work, or deep self-inquiry maybe. But there are two realms we move between as humans. One is light, expansive and remembering. The other is dense, heavy and avoided. Real healing happens when we stop choosing between them and learn how they work together. The first part of this is the stellar realms. This isn't about escaping life, it's about the part of you that already knows it's more than one, this is more than one story. In the stellar state, awareness feels lighter, not numb, not spacious. Thoughts slow down, emotions are still there, but they are held inside something wider. Time gets strange here. Past and future don't feel separate. They feel like different angles of the same moment. Identity here at this level, identity shifts. You're still you, but you're not limited to your job title, your history, or even this lifetime. There's often a quiet knowing. I've been here before. I know how to do this. When people say higher consciousness, they often mean something vague. And what it actually looks like is this. You can feel what's happening and observe it at the same time. You can sit with contradiction. I'm wounded here, but I'm not broken. That capacity is what allows people to support others without rescuing or collapse. The Akashic field isn't a place you go to. It's a vertical memory layered through you. When it's online, insight doesn't arrive as theory. It arrives as a sentence, an image, a bodily certainty. You'll say something out loud and it lands deeper than logic. And that's not magic. That's memory recognizing itself. Part 2 of this is the underworld realms. Teeth back in. And that's the part we don't romanticize enough. This isn't lower or bad. It's simply where unfinished experiences go. The underworld is dense, heavy, slow. It shows up in the body as contraction. The throat, the chest, the gut, the pelvis. Shadow isn't evil. Shadow is exiled resource. Anger that was never allowed becomes rage or collapse. Sensitivity that wasn't protected becomes shame. Power that wasn't safe becomes control or self-erasure. Trauma isn't just memory, it's frozen experience. Such a good one. Held in tissue, breath, and reflex, I suppose. That's why someone can understand their story and still feel hijacked by their body. Karmic sediment across lifetimes or even just years. It's unresolved, experienced layers. And patterns repeat, roles replay, not as punishment but as curriculum. Soul fractures, parts of us split off, not because we're weak, but because something was too much to hold at the time. Those parts don't disappear. They wait, usually in the underworld, until it's safe to come home. And why integration is everything. And here's the truth most systems miss. One without the other. Stellar without the underworld becomes bypassing. Insight without embodiment. Light without roots. Underworld without stellar becomes endless digging. Pain without orientation. Depth without meaning. Together. When they work together, something rare happens. The stellar gives perspective. I am more than this moment. And the underworld gives substance. This moment matters. One provides the compass, the other provides the raw material. Real healing isn't about escaping the dark. And it isn't about drowning in it either. It's about learning to walk between the realms. Aware enough to witness, embodied enough to feel, and steady enough to integrate what you find. That's where wisdom becomes usable. And that's where healing stops being an idea and starts becoming a way of living. I'll leave that with you. And as you finish listening to this, there's nothing to take away or apply. And if something landed, that's great. And if nothing did, that's good too. This work isn't about constant insight. It's about learning when enough is enough. Thank you for spending this time in presence. Until next time, anchoring light and awakening strength, the equilibrium path unfolds.